most surprising Simpsons predictions that came true. This is scary. I don't understand how this is a thing, but it is.
I'm about to be arrested for corruption. You will have to take it from here, Peter.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most surprising predictions from The Simpsons that came true.
Your theory of a donut-shaped universe is intriguing, Homer. I may have to steal it.
For this list, we're looking at the times this long-running animated series surprised everyone by predicting the future. We'll also be including the 2007 film. Which prediction surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments.
How do they predict so accurately,
Hey,
too?
Mojoholics. For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern, only at watchmojo.com/play. Number 10, Richard Branson.
So I asked how did they predict it, and then Carl typed in the chat because it's predictable. Out!
That moment.
True.
There is a brief cutaway of Richard Branson on a spacecraft. This depiction was 7 years before Branson's spaceflight with Virgin Galactic.
All right, everybody, look out the window.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh my God.
Now the big cat to attack the two. Gunter and Ernst are parodies of Siegfried and Roy, who were known for performing their magic show with white lions and tigers. Unfortunately, about 10 years following the airing of this episode, Roy was attacked by a tiger during a performance.
In the middle of a performance at the MGM Grand,
I hope they don't show it.
A 400-pound Siberian tiger named Manticore pounced on the magician.
He survived, but had to retire due to extensive injuries suffered in the attack. Number 8, faulty voting machines. In the opening for the annual Halloween episode, Homer goes to vote for Barack Obama for the 2008 United States presidential election.
I can't fit in the booth!
Use the double wide.
Ooh, one of those electronic voting dealies.
While in the voting booth, Homer selects Obama as the machine continues to register his vote as one for John McCain. The machine ends up sucking Homer in.
This machine is rigged! Must tell President McCain! Ah, this doesn't happen in America! Maybe Ohio, but not in America!
Of course, in real life, voting machines don't do that yet. But during the 2012 presidential election, footage was captured of a person trying to vote for Obama, but the machine would select Mitt Romney. Many couldn't help but notice the eerie similarity between the two moments. Number 7, smartwatches and video calling. While at a Renaissance fair, Lisa encounters a fortune teller who says she'll tell the young girl her future and the story of her true love.
The cards are vague and mysterious.
Thank you, DJ.
They seem to be revealing the story of your first love. Do you want me to continue?
In the vision, we see Lisa as an adult in the year 2010, where she meets Hugh and the two fall in love. Aside from the prevalence of robots and new airplane designs, communication tools have improved. When Lisa makes a call to Marge, she does so on a video phone, which seems to have been adopted recently as Marge forgets she can be seen by Lisa.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I guarantee your father will behave.
Mom, it's a picture phone.
Oh, this? Oh, no, I just got a touch of the rheumatiz.
Oh. Mom, picture phone.
Earlier in the episode, when Hugh is proposing to Lisa, he speaks into a smart watch. The episode aired in 1995, and both of these tools would be popularized in the 2010s.
So, you've taken up running.
15 years after.
Apple Watch has taken up a few new things as well.
Wow.
Number 6, Disney buys Fox. While Homer is parasailing, he accidentally discovers the vacation home of Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin.
You think you could slide over a little?
Well, I am a married man.
You're crushing my husband.
Billy Baldwin!
I'm Alec Baldwin. Could you get off me?
He forms a close relationship with the couple and Ron Howard, becoming their assistant. He would run errands for them so they can keep a low profile while in Springfield. He also pitched a screenplay starring
Unbelievable
Baldwin
how old
with Howard
Simpson
to
is.
direct.
It's got the perfect part for you. Either one of you. It's about a killer robot driving instructor who travels back in time for some reason. Ron Howard's attached to direct.
I am not.
Well, he expressed an interest.
No, I didn't.
Later in the episode,
how many episodes
Howard
there
takes
are?
The story to his producing partner,
Look
Brian
at the
Grazer
Titanic
at 20th
poster.
Century Fox.
What else you got?
Oh my God.
Partner Brian Grazer at 20th Century Fox.
What else you got?
Well, there is this one thing. It's about a killer robot driving instructor that travels back in time for some
No. 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 No.
reason.
I'm listening.
In an establishing shot of the Fox film lot, there's a sign for the studio indicating it's a division of Walt Disney Co. In 2019, Disney would in fact buy Fox and would become the owners of The Simpsons. Number 5. NSA spying. Once the townsfolk discovered that Homer was responsible for the EPA enclosing the town under a large dome, an angry mob forms to confront the Simpson family. They're able to escape through a sinkhole and go on the lam.
Oh, there is a horse.
They end up in
a
Alaska,
whole series,
but after several
right? The
months
dome
away,
or something.
Marge and the
yeah.
kids can no longer stay and head back to save Springfield. While on their way back, it's revealed that the NSA has a large network dedicated to listening to people's communications.
No, Lisa, it's not like the government is listening to everybody's conversation.
If that isn't scary enough, in 2013, Edward Snowden came forward revealing the NSA's surveillance programs.
NSA and the intelligence community in general is focused on getting intelligence wherever it can by any means possible that it believes on the grounds of sort of a self-certification that they serve the national interest.
The Simpsons' predictive powers aren't just confined to the TV series. Number 4. The Higgs boson particle. Feeling as though he hasn't accomplished anything with his life, Homer takes inspiration from Thomas Edison after learning of several inventions credited to him.
Look at all the inventions Edison came up with. The stock ticker, the storage battery, even wax paper. And look at him dance.
That's great, Dad.
Homer dedicates his life to coming up with inventions. Of course, taking up such a task is a lot harder than it sounds. We get a brief montage of Homer hard at work, and he has an equation written on a chalkboard during this process. What you might not realize is that the equation predicts the mass of the Higgs boson particle, with the result being just a bit larger than the observed mass. The amazing part is that this is 14 years before the particle was discovered.
So the explosion of the particle broke the original...
How? How would you predict 14 years a particle?
Perfect symmetry of this crystal, giving us the broken world we see today of
The
planets,
creators are
stars,
time
galaxies,
travelers.
You,
I think
me,
so.
even love. All of it
There is no
from this
assuming
explosion
that close,
triggered
bro.
by a Higgs-like
Like that much.
Number 3. The Titan disaster.
Crazy.
Homer finds out that Grandpa might not be his father after a letter to Mona from a former lover is discovered. Homer tracks down Mason Fairbanks, the man who could be his real dad.
I think you're my pappy.
What?
My
It's on
pop.
this letter you wrote to my mom, Mona Simpson.
Dear God, I always dreamed this day would come. And now that it's here, there are so many feelings
Fairbanks spends his time salvaging valuables from sunken ships. The two dive into the ocean with submersibles searching for treasure, where Homer's vehicle becomes trapped and his oxygen runs out.
What do I do?
Too close.
In 2023, OceanGate's submersible Titan went on a voyage to view the wreckage of the Titanic. Many people noted the similarities between the two situations when the ship was first reported missing. Unfortunately, the search for the Titan ended in tragedy when the ship imploded and its debris was located a few days later.
The ship returning today after taking the Titan sub to sea, losing contact an hour and 45 minutes later. All 5 passengers on board instantly killed in a catastrophic implosion.
Number 2. Trump's election victory. Few could have seen Donald Trump winning the White House in 2016. That is, except for The Simpsons.
I mean,
While
let's
at a
be
native-
honest, before we continue with this number 2, going back to this one, like with the Simpson, it's not like it's going to the Titanic or any kind of related to Titanic. It just a submersive that gets stuck, which is something that happened multiple occasions, multiple times. So it's not, and like, so predictable. Like, it's not something that is like far-fetched, in my opinion. But to be honest, guys, when I was watching the news 2 days ago about this, and they were picking up the pieces from the submarine, they were like whole panels, even though they explained that it exploded, like it was an implosion, and that it was completely squashed. There were panels that didn't look like they were squashed. Like, it didn't look like it was an implosion. Did you see that? And a lot of people in the chat are like, this does not look like it's an implosion. Like, what is going on? It is very sus.
Could have
Hi,
seen
Rainey.
Donald Trump winning the White House in 2016.
How
That
are
is,
you?
except for The Simpsons. While at a Native American casino, Bart is shown a vision of his potential future if he doesn't change his deceitful ways. In it, Bart is a 40-year-old slacker rooming with Ralph Wiggum.
Hey, Bart. Any clean towels?
Nah, use this.
I'm sick of having to dry myself with a newspaper. You could at least do some laundry. I pay the rent.
Dude, you know I'm good for it. I'll have plenty of money when my lawsuit pays off.
Lisa, on the other hand, is doing quite well for herself as she has become president. We get a brief scene with Lisa in a meeting to discuss a budget shortfall, where it's revealed that it's been inherited from President Trump.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The episode aired in 2000, and in 2016, Trump would be elected. Following Trump's election, the show had a chalkboard gag stating, "Being right sucks." Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Salam. Hi, Okili.
Number 1. USA wins gold in curling. Marge and Homer get swept up in the sport of curling accidentally when they plan to go ice skating. After Agnes Skinner notices Marge's sweeping talent, she and Homer join Agnes and Seymour to form a team.
Young woman, where'd you learn to sweep like that? I've been training all my life. I once swept red wine off a white carpet.
I like your style, Blue. Want to join our team?
If Homer can join with me.
Fine.
When the IOC announces that mixed curling will be held at the Winter Olympics in Vancouver, the foursome end up representing the USA for the event. They make it to the gold medal game, facing off against Sweden where they take the gold.
USA! USA!
So they did predict it. The winner.
Although it wasn't at the same Olympic Games, the USA would go on to win gold over Sweden at the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Did you enjoy
That's
this
still
video?
so cool.
Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo.
Yeah, like he was holding the Swedish flag and then it happened later on with a different Olympic game. That's still so cool that they predicted it.
And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Yeah, a lot of these things you could say like they are really close to home, but also Simpson has made so many episodes and sometimes like they can be right. But come on, the equation for the particle, like using numbers that actually make sense 14 years after, like that's the one that I'm like, okay, all right. What are we talking about here? Aliens? Satan? What is going on? Maybe I don't want to know it actually.